Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary. I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while, and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to do 3 looks with one palette, and that is Mothership number 11, Sunlit Seduction. My review of this palette is already up if you want to go check it out. But for today, we're just going to focus on some eye looks. So if you picked up this palette and you want some inspiration for some eye looks, this video is for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with eye look number 1. All right, I honestly don't know where these eye looks are going, so I'm just going to go ahead and start. I think for this one, we're going to keep it pretty simple, and I'm going to start, let's do this shade here. This is a little mini Natasha Denona, like flat puffy brush, mini Metropolis. I think that's the kit that I came in. Okay, and I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. And I'm going to start in the outer corner. I'm going to wing it out, and I'm also going to bring it to the crease. Okay, it should look something like that. And I'm going to jump into the darkest shade. This is a detailed blending brush from the Samantha Ravindal and Sigma brush collaboration. I'm only going to pick up the tiniest bit. This shade is pretty pigmented, so tread softly. And I'm going to use this just to kind of deepen up the outer corner a tiny bit, not too much. Tiny bit on the lower lash line. Okay, I got my trusty NYX glitter glue on, and now we're going to jump into this shade. I have not used it on my actual lid. I have only swatched it. I am going to pick it up with this brush. I used this to apply the glitter glue just because I wanted to be more precise. This is the E54, and it's going to go right here in the outer corner. And you can always lay it down first and then intensify it by adding a tiny bit with your finger. Okay, now we're going to pick up the pinky Astro Blitz shade. I used this one with my first eye look, so let's jump into this pinky one and see how that looks. Okay, I feel like it has a tiny bit of a peachy undertone to it. Okay, that's what it's looking like. Sorry, I just ran downstairs to go check on them. Natasha Denona Draw and Diffuse. Lightest shade for the inner corner. This shade is actually interesting. Like the texture of it, it's like a cream to powder consistency. I know when I swatched it, I was like, okay, that feels a tiny bit different. It's a very beautiful, beautiful icy shade. Okay, we're going to start with eye look number 2, and then at the end, I'll show you everything nice and completed, at least when it comes to these 2 eye looks. And then for the last eye look, I'll have both eyes. Okay, for this eye look, I'm going to start with the pinky tone. This is the BK Beauty 202.
My children are in here.
You already know. Okay, here is what that shade is looking like. And you can clearly see that it's a pretty pinky tone. For this side, you can see that it's a little bit more on the warm, like orangey peachy side. But when you use both of these shades on the same lid right next to each other, you can barely tell the difference. I feel like when you see them side by side, you can see it a lot better. Okay, now we're going to jump in to this shade right here. It's a metallic, so I'm going to tread softly. This is a shader crease brush from the Samantha Ravindal and Sigma brush collaboration, and this is going to go in the outer corner. I'm pressing first, and then where I need to blend, I'll blend. And a tiny bit in the inner corner. And that's why I picked this brush, because it's literally so small and thin that you can do precision work like this. Okay, now with that same brush, I didn't wipe it or anything. I'm going to dip into the darkest matte, gently, just barely tapped it. And I'm just going to create a tiny bit more of depth in each outer corner. And it did come down here on the lower lash line as well with that other shade. Okay, now I'm going to jump into the only Astro Blitz shade I haven't used for an eye look, and that's the pretty purple one. At least it looks purple. I did use the E54 to lay down the glitter glue. And now I'm going to jump into this. See how it goes. Sometimes I feel like it's better to just use your finger because the fallout is less. Okay, I feel like this needs just the tiniest bit of brightness, so I am going to jump into this one just a tiny bit and put it right here in the center. I need to go check on these kids. All right, and of course I'm going to jump into that lightest shade for the inner corner. I need to use that on the lid. It's like a shimmer on the lid, because it's such a beautiful color. I bet you if you lay this one down and then put one of the Astro Blitz shades, that would look so pretty. Okay, my lovelies, I am back. Let me tell you real quick everything else that I have on my face. For the blush, I went into this. It felt appropriate since I feel like we have a very like warm tone pinky look and then like a very purple look. So it just felt perfect. This is the Venusian Sunrise. I honestly don't know if these are available. If they are, more than likely probably only on the Pat McGrath website. For the mascara, I went into the Watch Me mascara from What's Up Beauty. This is only one coat. Literally used the regular wand side, and then I used the plastic bristles, and that's it. That's all. And it did that to my eyelashes. Love this mascara. It is so good. No eyeliner, and then I don't put mascara on my lower lashes. For the highlight, I have also a Pat McGrath highlighter. It's Venusian Sunrise, I think. And mine's actually broken, so I'm not going to show you. Oh, and for the lips, I recently tried this lip liner from Miss Natasha Denona. Cleo, I think is the name. Yeah, it is so good. It's like the iconic nude for Natasha Denona. I should compare them, but so good. And then for the lipstick, I went into I Need a Rose. This is in Daphne. So pretty. Love this lip combo. Okay, so these eye looks, I'm so glad they actually do look fairly different. So here is eye look number 1. And eye look number 2. I think both are beautiful. So far, I don't know which one's my favorite because they're actually both very pretty. But you know what? I'm a warm tone kind of gal, so I'm actually leaning towards this one. Okay. For you, you're going to jump on into eye look number 3. For me, we'll see if that's going to be today or tomorrow. Okay. Let me hand you over to eye look number 3. Okay, my lovelies, third and final look with Mothership XI, Sunlit Seduction. Apologies, it's like 2 or 3 days since I filmed the other 2 eye looks. I got sick. Life happened, so let's get on with this third and final eye look. Kiddos are here, as I'm sure you can hear. It's going to be a quick eye look because I think I want to do something simple for those of you who look for simple eye looks to be created. So let's get started. All right, hair is pulled back. Same eye primer, the Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I think I'm going to jump into this pinky tone. Oh, this is the BK Beauty 202. And I'm going to just use this very lightly. And I am going to wing it out. Okay, trusty NYX glitter glue. And now we're going to jump into the inner corner shade. I'm going to put that all over the lid. Okay, the BK Beauty 204 is just like a small little flat smudger brush. I love to use this for what I'm about to do. So I'm going to use the darkest matte in the palette, and I'm going to smudge out the outer corner, almost like if I'm doing an outer wing, but like a smudged out outer. I think I picked up too much pigment. That's a very pigmented shade. Oh my gosh, I did not mean it for it to be this dark. And then smudge it out. Okay, you can leave it here, or you can add maybe a tiny bit of a Blitz Astral shade, but I think this is where I'm going to leave it. I always feel like one eye turns out exactly how I wanted, like when it comes to that little smudged out outer wing, and it's usually this one, the one that comes out right how I like it, and then this one, it just doesn't look the same. Okay, for the inner corner, I'm just going to go into the same one, but I am going to spray my little pencil brush just so that it's a tiny bit more intense in the inner corner. But you could probably also go in with whatever highlight you choose. Okay, let me put on some mascara and we can finish off this video because my kiddos are just not making it easy, you know? Okay, my lovelies, here is the full completed face and eye look. For the lips, I have on the Natasha Denona lip liner in Clio. It's a new favorite. Absolutely love this. It's like the perfect contouring shade for my lips and my skin tone. I will definitely be using that on my wedding day. And then I did the Huda Beauty as lipstick, and I knew these two would pair beautifully together. Okay, but here is the eye look. Super simple. This was a very easy eye look to create, but I don't feel like it looks like it was a very super easy 3 shades eye look to create, right? Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed these 3 looks, 1 palette with the Mothership number 11 Sunlit Seduction palette. It's a beautiful palette. We can definitely not deny that. I don't feel it's her best work, that's for sure, as far as color story. And I also feel like as far as the Astro Blitz shades go, like I mentioned in the review of this palette, I prefer the baked formula over this one. Anytime I use these Astro Blitz shades, I have glitter for days, and I'm talking days. And I don't double cleanse, I triple cleanse. So I prefer the other formulation over this one. But Matt's performed beautifully. She definitely hasn't gypped us on the quality as far as those go. It's a beautiful palette. I created 3 beautiful eye looks, and I feel like they were all pretty different to each other. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's probably mostly for those of you who did pick this palette up and are just looking for inspiration on what eye looks to create. So I hope you appreciate the 3 eye looks. Okay, my lovelies, well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. All the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly does mean the world to me. Also, you are all so understanding, and anytime something happens, whether I get sick or whatnot, my kids being part of my video, I know it can be annoying at times, but you know, that's just how my life, as you can hear, is right now. So yeah, thank you so much for just being so understanding. with that being said, I would love it if you gave this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. Okay, my lovelies, I will see you all on the next video. Bye.